Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about exercises that you can do in order to help you connect to your breath a little bit more and your diaphragm. So throughout our day, we spend a lot of time focused on stuff outside of us and we don't really focus on how we're breathing. And what tends to happen is we'll actually use wrong muscles to breathe. So a lot of people, I bet if you took a deep breath right now and just felt what happened, it would most likely come from the chest and the neck here. If you took the deep breath like this, and you find that your shoulders are raising with your breath, you're actually not breathing correctly. These muscles are designed to be used only if we are exerting a lot of energy and we need that extra bit of oxygen in order to help us sprint away from something. So our shoulders should be going down as we breathe. So if you focus a little bit more and send your breath into your belly, you'll find that your shoulders should actually come down instead, like this. And another difficult thing that we might not be able to connect is actually our entire diaphragm is shaped like a circle here. And what you notice when you start doing this is it might be easier to feel it more in your belly or in your back instead. You might be feeling that your back wants to extend and your belly go in. We really need the entire diaphragm to be working. Otherwise, this is going to cause tightness and discomfort, and you might even feel like you're twisted here. And especially if you find that you're uncomfortable sleeping in any position except for one position on your side, that's typically a sign that your diaphragm is really, really tight on one side and you're favoring that side while you're sleeping and it's causing pain. So this exercise is really going to help connect to your breath, bring more awareness to that so that way you can send your breath into your belly and expand the diaphragm the way it's meant to be expanded, which is in that full circle here, kind of out like that instead of forward or too much into the back, especially if we're at our desk like this and we're breathing and our shoulders and our back, our breath is coming up here, but we're so compressed here and there's just not a lot of activity as far as our breath goes. That causes a lot of tightness in the back and the shoulders too. So if you breathe down and open everything up, it's going to naturally help you sit in that posture. So it is as simple as laying down in these 4 positions that we're going to do and sending your breath into each areas as I show you here. So first, it's best to start on your back here. The ground is actually going to prevent us from breathing into our back here, and we really want the belly to go, or our breath to go into our belly. So sit like this. Usually I start with my hands on my belly to make sure I'm feeling it in the right spot, and you just breathe in really deep. You want to go for about 5 or 6 second breaths in and then even longer exhales out to really strengthen that diaphragm. So I'll show you here. And just one rep there, what I'm noticing is a lot of tension, tightness, and stretching here in these upper muscles where we're very tight, and stretching down here too. And you really want to work on that exhale because that's actually how we strengthen our diaphragm. When we breathe, our diaphragm relaxes and allows air in, but we contract the diaphragm to let it escape. So strengthening the diaphragm can help you to get much better breath and connected to that muscle overall. The next one you are going to want to do is to actually just do the same thing but on your stomach instead. This is going to force the breath to go to the back here. So you place your hands on your back here and then breathe into the back here. And you might even notice with these breaths that you're not breathing evenly into each side. You might have one side that's kind of moving up or down compared to the other. That is your diaphragm really tight in a certain area and you're not connecting to it, and that's causing a lot of pain and disruption in your sleep and as you're breathing throughout your day, because this is muscle, we use it nonstop all day, every day. We have to breathe. So it's important to correct this. The last one you want to do is on your side here. And you're going to do both sides here, but you can support your head with either a pillow or your arm here, and again placing your hand here and breathing into your hand So we want the breath to go into the hand here all the way down. As far as the proper position goes, you want to be relaxed as much as you can. So your spine's just going to want to flatten up on the floor here, and then hold yourself upright here, making sure you're not too far forward or backward. So once you get in this nice relaxed position, you can still just breathe into your hand. And you'll notice a lot of stretching occurring here, most likely up here too, especially if you're very tight. Do both sides, and once you cover all 4 areas, then you can sit up in this position or even in this position here, and then just practice breathing into all 4 areas with your hands here without using the floor as an assistance to get better connection overall. Because we're not always going to have the floor with us to help guide us and make sure we're breathing correctly. So you have to practice without it as well if you want it to translate into the real world. So this is going to help you with your posture naturally too. And it's going to help strengthen the diaphragm. You'll feel a lot more calm and relaxed. It's important to get a really good exhale in too. You really want to force it out, all of the air, get it all out, because that's going to help to strengthen the diaphragm too and bring everything nice and tight in the body. Strengthen your core overall so it doesn't feel like your back is just so tight and you can't get it loose all the time. So give that a try and let me know how it goes. If it helps, make sure you share it to anybody that might need this too, because we all spend our entire lives breathing, and it's important to fix the imbalances of the diaphragm in order to help ensure the most amount of pressure off of our back as possible. That really is the first line and first muscle we should be focusing on here. As you're laying down, one thing I didn't mention is you can switch your hand positions too. So if I'm on my floor, the floor like this as an example, and I have my hands here like this and do a breath or two in and out, then you can kind of switch here and make sure you're just breathing slow, seeing how everything feels. You might notice some increased pain in your joints like your elbow if your core is too tight on one side and not allowing everything for that. So just play around with your positions. You can bring your legs up and then flatten them out as you do it too. And then overall, you should be noticing a lot less pressure on your back and even up in your shoulders too, because then you're using the appropriate muscles. You're doing it in a balanced and symmetrical fashion, and you'll just feel a lot better at the end of your day too. So once again, let me know how it goes and see if it helps you. Share it if you find it beneficial, so that way other people can experience the benefits of breathing better as well. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.